Rosicki again, he's looking the most likely to open things up. Santi Cazorla! How did Brad Guzan keep that through? And it's really saved by Brad Guzan, the American goalkeeper.
I think the most exciting part for me is to be a part of a club that's just come into the league.
Open man, Brad Guzan down to make the save. The flag didn't come. Via deflection, and Guzan makes the save. And back the ball and save one
All right, Brad. Can you describe your life right now in one word?
I would describe my life right now in a good way as chaotic. My career in soccer began as a little kid. Parents sign you up, you want to be running around, getting after the ball, and started playing, I think, when I was 3, maybe 4. I trained as a goalkeeper. My oldest brother was a goalkeeper when he was in high school. I enjoyed diving around. I enjoyed getting muddy, getting dirty. I enjoyed the position. With that being said, I was a valuable asset as an outfield player for our club team growing up as a kid, and specifically as a goalkeeper. I didn't start playing until I went to college.
He'll go it alone, Richardson, but Guzan's at it again. What a performance this is.
The day that I knew that I was going to get my work permit to sign a contract with Aston Villa, I was actually in Beijing with the Olympic team. I remember getting a phone call from the club secretary, and I was out in the hallway because it was about, I think, 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, and I received a phone call from her saying, congratulations, you've been approved for a work permit. And at that moment, I knew my ultimate dream of playing for a massive European team in England in the Premier League was going to come to fruition, and was going to be possible.
Guzan saves! Brad Guzan, the hero. Guzan saves again!
To compete at that level, to play against the world's best players, it was a dream come true, like I said, and it was all about being the best professional that you could be. I just, I loved every second of it. It was truly a dream. I knew I wanted a change, and fortunately for myself, I had a relationship with Carlos from the national team. I met Darren once or twice, and our paths crossed at different times. So I was able to have conversations with them and see what was being built here in Atlanta. To be able to see their goals come to life and see what Atlanta United has turned into. Again, it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made. When I first joined the team, to bring the experience from playing, with the national team, be it playing over in England, knowing that we had an exciting group of young players, of talented players, trying to bring that experience and fit in with the team any way I could. And ultimately, that led to success and winning trophies. Then, of course, we saw the other side of it, where it's not always rosy. You're not always on the top of the mountain, and we certainly got knocked off. At that moment, you have to search within yourself. You have to search within the group. How do we get back on track to start to climb the mountain again? And that's part of the journey. I always say that you have to enjoy the ride. You have to enjoy the journey. You have to be able to face adversity. And when you go through difficult moments, you certainly do. And you tend to come out stronger on the other side.
We're going to have it for you, a full radio broadcast Wednesday starting at 7 on Sports Radio 92.9 The Game. Atlanta United has kicked off and moves from right to left here in the second half.
Really, how is involved? Brad Guzan really struggling here. Coming off his line, not a good sight. There's the moments you never really want to see. There's no one around him. These kind of non-contact plays. You never know what's going to be happening, but you can tell right away something had happened and he went down. sprightly off his line, Brad Guzan is. Comes out.
I heard it first. I instantly felt it, and before I could get my left foot down, I had started to turn my body around because it had felt as if I'd been kicked or hit with a bat or a golf club or something like that. And so I'd already started the process of turning my body to look behind me. But knowing the goalkeeping position and where the ball was on the field, I knew there shouldn't be anyone behind me. And so as soon as I turned my head and confirmed that I was the only one out there, it instantly set in, and I knew exactly what I had done right away. There were some tears, there was anger, there were probably a few cuss words. You know, it was just a rolling effect of emotions. You know, this is 18 years and I've never had a serious injury. And so to have this happen, you know, it's new territory for me. And so it was, like I said, it was a wave of emotions. At the very beginning, there's a million questions and not a lot of answers, and that in itself is frustrating. Thinking about what now, what's next, how's the recovery, what does that look like, what's the surgery look like. As great as Piedmont and Dr. Simmons has been in the past with past injuries in terms of getting me back out there, this time is different. I knew it was going to be different, he knew it was going to be different. It wasn't going to be a case of days as opposed to months. And so mentally, psychologically, that plays on your brain and plays on your mind, and you've got to be able to comprehend that as quick as possible, I think, and you need to be able to attack the recovery process and hopefully get back out there as soon as possible. But this type of thing happens in sports, it happens, and that was day one of the road to recovery. I smile about this because it's another challenge, and I've always accepted challenges. I've always faced them head on, and this is probably up there with one of the toughest that I've ever faced, but I'm ready for it.